Hey everybody, I'm here playing this game called Tails Noir today. It's a crime thriller kind of pixel game. My apologies, I'm learning how to narrate in post. I'm not used to this, so I'm going to do my best. There's a piece missing of a cutscene. I don't know if it blocked it or what, but I'll have to explain that to you later when I hit that point. I don't know if it was because I paused or what, but for some reason the chunk of the recording was completely gone. Still trying to master this. Sorry, missed your call. Yeah, no problem. 27 on a buzzer. Just enough time to clean up. It's telling you what to do, but... Okay, so I opened the menu, came over here and I looked at the cork board. This basically will break down like what's going on in the different districts. Sorry if you hear me drinking soda. So it kind of gives you a little overview of what type of people are in each area, which kind of gives you some kind of intel on the inside. But yeah, so the chunk that's missing, I'll have to explain what happened there. I don't know why it cut it. And here I wasn't really... insurance fraud, stolen car, lovers, I should probably get bit up to... oh, he was talking about cleaning out the files. That's right. So you could pick things up by hitting square sometimes. And so I had to go and basically... I had to look around here for a second. And then I realized I could go to the living room and... I gotta hit up Frankie when it's over. He wants the thing fixed. Call mom, pay bills, don't die. That's what he has noted on the board. Photo developers in the kitchen is a good way to get poisoned, he says. Hard to get over the view. I'll wash these later. Put the plates in there. The Great Apes, The Great Story, small toilet read. Everything's kind of small on my screen right now as I'm trying to narrate this. So eventually I figured out here that you have to put the chemicals right there. Everything in its proper place, he says. That must be Mrs. Green. First case. Okay, I'm looking for Detective Lauder. We spoke on the phone. So I was contemplating. At your service, Miss Green, how's your day going? My back is killing me, pregnancy on the spine. Odette is fine. You got it. How can I help you today? Understand this sort of thing is routine in your line of work. It's about my husband, you see. I believe I picked I'm listening. Yeah. He hasn't been himself lately, getting home at odd hours, making weird excuses. You suspect he's cheating on you? Did you ask him about it? He gets difficult. I said, tell me about the affair, I believe. Yeah, I said, tell me about the affair. What do you need to know? And then I said, what makes you think he's not faithful? He's missing work, he's smelling funny. So I was like kind of debating how I should approach it. Oh, what did I say right there? Oh, what do you smell of? Perfume, alcohol, smoke, poignant. How late are we talking? Way past kids' dinner time. It didn't go well when I asked him. And you caught him... Oh, I said, hold up, he's been aggressive. I can't see how it's pertinent. And then I said, details can make or break a case. I don't see... Here's a photo of my husband. I am an investigator. It's better if I know what's required for the case. None of your business, let's move on. Oh, she's filing for divorce. Does your husband want the kids? I can't take chances anymore. Has he said something that make you think he would? This is a separate issue. I don't want to dig it up. I I need every edge I can get is what I ended up saying. You threatened to take them. They shouldn't have to go through this. I'm doing what it takes to protect their future. And then I kind of debated for a second. I said, it's not your fault. She said, I know you're right. So I know it can't be easy. Thank you for sharing. I'm being brave for them at least, she says. So I could ask questions freely here. I said, what does he look like? He's an otter, green hat, green tie, black briefcase, I think is what she was saying. Where is he usually? At work or home? Never used to stop anywhere, now it's all the time. Has he mentioned friends? He says they get together at work sometimes. Where does he work? At the Wolf Bank on Granville. I'll write the address down for you. How do you pick him out of a crowd? He wears a suit. I picked out a green tie and hat for him today. What's his full name? Aliases. Jeremy Green. I think people call him Jez. That should be enough. There's just a matter of my fee. Give you 100 now, 50 when you bring me the photos. Will that suffice? Yes. Any expenses? Be careful. If this gets out, I'm as good as dead. You can trust me. I think I said, yeah, I said the second one. I'll get started immediately and call you tonight. I was just kind of looking at things to see if I could inspect them more. I thought I could zoom in maybe, possibly, but you can't. But I wanted to get a good look at him so I knew who I was looking at in the crowd. Yeah, this game's art and music is pretty good. I'm just hoping I don't have issues with it because there was a song, or is a song later in there that has words and stuff, but hopefully I think with me talking over it, I don't think it'll be an issue, but you know how YouTube be. So I wanted to investigate everyone. Smells like wet concrete, overpriced food, and puke. So I talked to the squirrel. Said, how's it going, fella? Hanging, what's up with you? Looking for someone on a case. What'd the guy do? Murder, arson? I wasn't sure what to do here because it doesn't seem like it's just how you want to approach it. I guess it's not necessarily actually like basing it off what you do because he's trying to be sneaky. I said he's missing. That's a letdown. Who's the chump? Confidentiality, can't tell you. Ooh, tell me later then. I have a photo. Oh, he's like, if I knew where he was, I wouldn't tell you anyway. That's what he said. Hey, if it isn't Howie, what rascal like you up to fine evening like this? How are Australia and the kids? They're doing fine. Essie and I are good, great. We even blessed the shepherd, got a second son soon. I said, another one, you guys are lucky. I was just debating. Thanks, he's a big one too, round as a watermelon. I tell her, ha, woman gets any bigger, you won't fit in the car. I was like, huh, funny. And so, haha, she gives me the killer eyes and says, give me the bread, honey. Oh boy, women, man. I said, listen, Anatoly. Women, mysterious creatures, they love bread. We break news to our son. You're gonna have a brother soon. He's like, oh, a brother? What is it? I said, What's it mean, Anatoly? So I tell him, Mom and Papa worked hard, and we can have another baby. Baby boy just like you. I said, that's a rare chance for sure. Sure is. Little Victor Porstol starts laughing. Oh, Daddy, we're going to be so happy, and Bro and I will play all the time. Sure, son, but here's the catch. Anatoly, please. You and Mama gonna have to look after him because 2 babies means 0 daddies. He and I gotta work 4 shifts instead too. Haha. I said, geez, are you alright, man? I'll manage, I'll manage. What did you say you were doing? I'm looking for a guy. I got a picture. Barrel laughs kind of guy. Smells bad. Took him back from the bite a couple of times. And I think I said the first one. Did you ever talk? Did he mention anything that seemed strange? No, he just was too drunk to talk most of the time, and he smelled poopy kind of smell, booze, perfume, awful, awful stuff. Any idea where he might be now? Guess the bite is as good as any. It's a good place to start. Thanks, Anatoly, your detective's friends. My regards. Take care, my man. They did a great job on restoring the rogue. If people watch more movies, maybe they wouldn't be so sad. Oh, the world wouldn't be so sad, my bad. Cocktails in a movie sounds like a great plan for a weekend. She's talking about the club being the height of the thing. Of the jazz community or whatever. Woodbank, that's where the dude works, right? Yeah. How are you doing this evening? Why do you care? Take a look at this. I think I said Jez around because I knew, yeah. Wallace, assholes owe me money. Oh, I think I said, when's the last time? Yeah, I said I'm a PI. When's the last time you saw him? PI, what did he do? Nothing, I just want to talk to him. I said, could you just answer my question? I don't give a F about your questions, and I sure as heck don't talk to the cops. Get lost. Hey, Germ, don't get excited. You looking for trouble? No. Goodbye. I was just not even going to make a fight. I'm not here for him, as far as I'm concerned. Definitely wouldn't fit in the crowd. I wouldn't want to. Hank, no entrance for raccoons. So I debated on my answer here, but I think I said, yeah, perhaps a couple of loons would change your mind. I'd be more careful with my mouth if I were you, tiny man. I think is what he said. I said, oh, Howard, I'll be damned. It's been a while. I said, Larry, what are you doing here? How you doing, old man? I said, shit, man, are you okay? No, not really. Thanks, though. What's your deal? Have you seen an otter guy around here recently? What did he do? Awful things to his pregnant wife? I said, can't say. Confidentiality. Must be a shifty guy. What's he like? My height, chubby, wears a green hat. Oh, actually, I said, here's a photo. Haven't seen him. Let me know if you need anything. I'm hearing people often talk. I said, I got a lead, but I can't get in the bite. More of a cat and dog crowd. You said the guy is an otter? That's weird. Having ideas to get in. You could ask Johnny. He's a squirrel kid with a leather jacket. He's a pusher. I don't know what the deal with the bite is, but they're chummy. What sort of stuff did Johnny push? Typical hype shattering. He's got this new thing called monkey butt. Who comes up with that? It's like they don't want you to do drugs. I said, and you think this Johnny guy would help? I think, right? Yeah. Might take some convincing, but he's chill. I've seen people cut the line. His clients, I think. Monkey butt. It's this new thing. Smells like shit. Perhaps less figuratively than one would wish. Stinky thing. Does it have an herbal stink? Not first-hand experience, but you could put it delicately that way. Owners of Bloodworth, lots of rumors around the whole ordeal. Their crime family, the head up and died, heir end in prison, and the current owner's a relative. I think I said no. I said what are the rumors? All kind. He's got ape for a lover, or that he's got all kinds of others killed, so she could take over. I said, all right. Hopefully that's enough to get me into the bite. Thanks. You got it, Howard. Awesome distraction. Thanks. Now, I think I was walking around here for a minute, and then I found this thing, which was an intercom, and it was giving me no answer whatsoever. So I was like, oh, let's go this way. And I thought maybe I could highlight the door. That's why I stopped there for a second. I wasn't sure right here why I needed crouch. $14.99. Oh, I think for a trim. Downey's on duty. I can't stop to talk with him. So I was like, I'm going sneak mode. I ended up just talking to him later to see. And they kind of basically just get in a fight. Rich people clothes, one sock is more expensive than my whole house or something. Once I got punched in a guy in a fedora, then he puked over my coat. Let me see, socks, cigs. Oh, a ticket to the bite. Thanks, trash bin, he says. Bo, good day, you friend. Fancy some fresh news? I said, how's business? Business is business. Granvilles fill up with them, and the force don't bat an eyelid. I said, hawkers, peddlers, they haul rickety-ass sands around, hassling folks with no permit. Why does it bother you? No permit means they can undercut honest businessmen like myself. They're criminals. Said, police boost there. I've tried reporting the officer there. Damn nimble little legs, they get away every time. I'm busy. Rodent hawker should be getting any minute here. I need to make sales. I said, oh, cheer up. At least you have one loyal customer. How about you buy something then? I got nibbles, fizzy drinks, something for everyone. And I said, just the paper. What's the headline? Grade 8 preparations underway. Celebration starts Friday. That'll be a half loon. Just wanted a headline. Thanks, man. See ya. So here I was kind of confused. I was looking for Johnny, and I didn't realize that, oh, hey, Johnny is the freaking squirrel dude that I talked to right in the beginning. So I will splice this to where that is and come back. Okay, I'm back at the squirrel. So, are you Johnny? I am. Who's asking? Pleased to meet you. I'm Howard Loader. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Fake name for grown dude in a trench coat. What do you need? Heard you deal monkey butt. The F? Where did you get that stupid idea, Stripe? Said Larry. Well, you signed his death warrant. And then I said, but you know where to get it, just lead me through the bouncer, that's all I'm asking. Sorry, I was debating for a second here, but that is what I said. Hank, don't let you chump in for any good reason. Say I make you simpatico, what does Johnny get in return? Said, I'm a detective, my mark is in the bite, I'll owe you one. Sorry, I debate sometimes. You shitting me? Then prove it, punk. I said, might consider not turning you into the cops if you help me out, you feel me? You shitting me? Prove it. Oh yeah, tread lightly. I'll go into an alley and F you up if you're not careful. I said, have you seen it yourself? I wouldn't even go anywhere with you. Yeah, so, see that filthy trash mobster? Oh, who... Basically, he's calling a guy who sits there and cries over dirty magazines and lives with his mom. And he says the trench coat's the cherry on top. I said, takes one to know one. Can't believe you're for real. What a riot. You know what? Screw it. Meet me at the entrance. I'll get you in. Can't wait to hear what happens to you in there. He said, talk to the bouncer. I said, here's Johnny. Oh, you bought my favorite customer? You can go in, just don't cause any trouble. Alcohol, beautiful canine ladies, too high class for me. Well, you're unusual. And I said, I'll take that as a compliment. As you will, though it was just an observation, Renee Wilson. Howard Ladder. Or no, I lied to her, right. I said, Wallace, nice to meet you. Fake name, you're too young for Wallace. And I said, I think I ended up in the end saying, it's my grandfather's name. This is what I was worried about with the music. And eventually, yeah, I debate a lot in games like this, I'm sorry. But I was like, nope. So I turned it down low. I apologize. Do do do. So you were named after him. I said, you got me, I lied. That all? No apology, no repair? I said, sorry. You're a character. Never met a raccoon before? I said, do I detect sarcasm? Not at all. Delighted. I hope you'll tell me about it when the night's over. Take my card. I'm pretty sure I said investigative journalist. It's a living. Have you seen this gentleman? Oh, an otter gentleman here tonight. She said no. Hey, you here to see Eden's show? I'm happy to see her live. I said, I haven't heard of her before. Nice sound though. I'm biased, but yeah, she's great. I said, you sound like a big fan. I got a record player just for her. She's mostly all I listen to. I think I said what makes her great. She's an incredible vocalist. She also plays everything herself. Brings a record for live shows. So talented. I said, does she play here often? Time to time, it's classy and the food's great. I said, they have good taste in music. Huh, well, you can only be sure if you stay for the whole show. Let me think, I saw someone like that when they came in. I asked about the otter. I said, did you see where he went? Talked to the lady in the jade-colored dress and went upstairs, I think. Did he have a briefcase with him? Oh, no, I said, was his hat green? So was his tie. I thought it was... Oh, I'm sorry for the clapping outside. That's somebody at the park. God, they're being loud tonight. Jesus. I asked and she confirmed that, yeah, he had the green hat and everything else. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. I don't know what that's about. Isn't this dreamy? Well, you sure are. No, I didn't. I'm kidding. I said I need to work. I said I'm looking for my friend in Otter. Have you seen him? I said, are you sure? He wears a green tie and glasses. She said, no, leave me alone. Coffee, sorry. Evening, sugar, enjoying yourself? I said, in here? How could I not be? We aim to please. I said, so you work here? Sure, honey, but not for the likes of you. You mean my kind? Don't get cute. I don't care what kind you are as long as you pay and behave. I said, I promise to behave. Good boy. I said, looking for a guy. How touching, a regular? And then I said, no, I'm not his secretary. Said, you helping me? She said, I don't enjoy that. What's your friend like? Green tie, green hat, glasses. Doesn't sound like you know your friend very well. I know he works at a bank. How do you know him? There's no way you're a broker. Said, I don't mix business with pleasure. How refreshing. Haven't seen him. Anyone might know where he's at. You could ask the bartender Bloodworth. I said, buy you a drink if you insist. What's your poison? I'll try. And then I talk to this girl and get kicked out because she's the owner and doesn't like me snooping around. You look a little lost. Isn't that obvious? And I said, actually, I know where I'm in. I don't recognize you, not a troublemaker, are we? Nope, trying something new. How's that working out for you? Well, I'm enjoying the conversation at least. Feelings mutual. Who do I owe the pleasure? I said, P.I. How exciting. Are you here on business? I said, following the lead. Could you answer a couple questions? And she was not about it. She said, you can get out. Basically, and kicked me right out. She's all, we were leaving. I said, that's not at all suspicious. Maybe I'll see you around. Don't worry, Mr. Loader. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again. What's her deal? I gotta find another way in. Oh, Howard. How'd you get kicked out? I poked the bear. The bouncer? I met Clarissa. Oh man, she's upset, you gotta watch her back. That's what I figured. How did I get here? Oh, how do I get back in? You said you aren't going into cases like this anymore. I said something's wrong and I need to find out. Geez, I recommend against it, but you do you. So, any other ways in? Truck arrived, fellows entered through the back door. I hear voices coming from the roof. They have a door up there. So tell me about the back door. They have a little intercom box you ring, they pick up, and if you're someone they're expecting, they buzz you in. How do I look like someone they're expecting? No idea. Maybe a code? You're the detective. What about on the rooftop? Most of these old buildings have one problem is how you're going to get up there. I said, fire escape? Nah, no fire escape. The bite's too high, and is there any smaller structures you can climb first? I said, press stand. That could work. Proceed along the roofs. You know that Bo's kind of a dick nugget. I didn't know him very well at first, so I said, is he though? He seems kind of neutral to me. Because on one hand he's mad, but on the other hand he's like, whatever. So he's like kind of indifferent, but maybe he didn't register you as a raccoon. I'd suggest talking to him. Okay, so this guy right here is actually a critical part of what you gotta do. It doesn't say that at first. I have a conversation. I said, he's selling seeds. You can make your own trail mix. I said, do you hang around Granville often? Here from time to time, can I help you? So I need a way into the bite. Fancy jazz bar? I assume you tried the front door. Got kicked out. Maybe there's a back door. I don't know the place well. Sorry. You're itching to ask something. Go ahead. That's what I said. Why did you get kicked out, sir? They didn't... I said, oh yeah, right. Doesn't concern you. I said, want some seeds? Got pumpkin? Salted, unsalted, worth a half loon, but I'll give you 3 for a loon. It's a steal. I said, just one... Or I said, I'll take one and gotta run, because I didn't know he was going to be a thing, and I didn't want him to, like, get pulled into anything. So I was, like, trying to avoid that if possible. Back so soon? What now? Don't mind... Oh, yeah, I said I need a favor. Oh, I don't know, I'm busy. I said, you sound irritated. Slow day and the rodents stealing my regulars. I said, who exactly is stealing your customers anyway? Here in a second when I decided what I wanted to say. It's stinking Pico with the cart by the clothes store. He's just a kid. Rodent on Wheels doesn't have to worry about allowance, rent, utilities, sells his nibbles dirt cheap, and he poaches my business. I said, so what do you want me to do about it? I want him off Granville. Can you take care of that? Scratch back, mine, yours. I said, you're lucky I'm desperate. Wish me luck. In reality, I didn't want to really get rid of the kid. I felt bad, but hey, they're back for more. I said, listen, I have a strange thing to ask. He said, what's up? I said, could you leave Granville at least for tonight? I'd rather not. Sales are really good this time of night. I said, Bo wants you off his turf. Of course he does. We're rivals. Screw him. What did he promise you? I said, remember how I asked you about the bite? What's it got to do with anything? I found a way, but Bo won't let me through until you leave. Oh, I said, I'm a detective. The path lies through his stand. Righto, I have a business proposition for you. What if you get rid of him instead? I said, how about I tell the cops? What do you want to know? You're not a cop. I said, but I am on good terms with cops. Yeah, right, you're just trying to scare me off. I said, I ended up saying, I'm just looking out for you. By bullying me, I said, just warning you, you're making enemies. Mom didn't raise me to be scared of people like you. I said, move, you little prick. Whatever, bully. I hope you fell down a flight of stairs. Shepard sees everything. I don't know who Shepard is, but okay. What happened? I said... I think I said he agreed to be off Granville. You sucker, I bet anything's back tomorrow. He's like, you're useless. I said, oh, come on, just let me climb the damn stand. He said, fine, do what you want. And I go, whoop, alley-oop. And then I accidentally crouched here because I wanted to see if I could go forward more into the building, but no. Whoop, up I go. Who's top dog now, Foxburger? Suck it. What a view. One of the benefits from risking your life on a rooftop. Don't mind me, boys. I was crouching because I didn't know if there was anybody up here who could spot me. So I was being extra careful. And once I get to the place, I take a quick 5. Wish I could stay here, he says. And then, yeah. So I take a 5 right here, and I will be right back. Okay. So I'm back. We're in the building. This part actually was kind of annoying, and I'm gonna have to cut this part back. Well, not right here exactly. A dressing room, that Shepherd. Oh, think Shepherd, it's empty. I should look around. Happy birthday. I hope you get a day off. Nothing pops in the mouth like pop candy. Nice gift wrapped. Mine usually something. Sorry, I was scrolling through these too quick. Because I was looking to see if I could pick any of them up. Come on, Howard, you can do this. You're doing this. Some honey for your tea. Mom swears by it. Greg. Who's Greg? Nice fella. Okay, so this is where it teaches you sneaking. I got caught quite a bit in the clip that I'm gonna end up cutting, but basically you hide behind stuff that's shadowed and you can't get seen, but I didn't realize I was poking out too much right there. And then I kind of just ducked. I was like, oh no. So I waited for him to move. Thankfully he didn't turn around and see me right there. Made it to the private room. Maybe he left something behind that could help Odette. There's a green tie stuck behind the frame. How did it even get there? Green hat. Green hat. Green hat must have been hers. Oh, his. What the? A secret lift? Is this monkey butt? It really does stink like a butt. I think I can squeeze into it. I don't particularly want to, but I can. This grim-looking furnace. What are they burning in here? Notice the clothes right there? He said no going back now. Now this is what frustrated me. Looks like the guests of the bite are eating well. So, Greg inventories off again. If I catch you stealing food, I'll chop your little fingers. Now, I didn't realize what this did at first. So, basically, you want to... In this instance, you have to call... Let me think here. It's call the kitchen, tell them that you're the guy who's stuck in the freezer, come get him. And then you only have a second, and you gotta like jam through this thing. And then you gotta set this thing off, but you gotta wait for the guy from the far right to go all the way in the door before you do. And then this guy will move to the mixer, like you see right here. But then you have to like get past that guy, pretty much uncrouch and run all the way to the other side to even make it in time. And this took me a minute, and I got it eventually, but I'm gonna trim it down here so that you're not watching me, you know, fail this a bunch. But then I figured out what to do, so I'll be back. Okay. So when I got in here, I found this stuff on a locker, and it says, Gregory, maybe keep your numbers on your locker. And so this was not very self-explanatory at first. I knew what they were doing by the holes in the paper, and I had to be like, Oh, okay, so it lines up with some kind of digits on the paper when you overlay them. And so you want to take the ones that are the same size and overlay them over each other. For some reason, this thing just gave me a ton of problems, and when I looked into it, I was not the only one who had that issue. The way that it slides things one on top of the other is like very, very finicky. And so GPT said people definitely had issues with this. There was like a Reddit thread about it too, but basically it'll give you a code by figuring it out. It's I couldn't get it to do it right, so that's why you're not seeing it. And I'm going to trim it out because it didn't function properly, and people were saying that that could potentially happen. But if you need the code for the door is 0451, I believe. I'll double check myself when I come back, but I'm pretty positive that's what it is. Okay, so let me break down what you missed here. I don't know why it didn't record right. Basically, he gets up through the freight elevator that's in that room, and eventually he goes down and he goes through the basement and finds the otter dude's body, and it's like totally dismembered and messed up. And I had to hide real quick from somebody, and then he just came in and started chopping him down into meat. So clearly, I think that they're serving the people at the restaurant to people. So yeah, that's pretty messed up. But yeah, that, and then there was a bunch of questions for pathing, how his behavior is that you missed. But I will see you guys in the next episode. Take it easy out there. Have a good day. I hope you all stay safe. And I will see you in the next episode.